everyone, and welcome to our 5th weekly Communities of Practice Sunday check-in session. My name's Priscilla Wong, and I'm a volunteer with the Communities of Practice team. I hope everyone has had a good week, and I welcome you all to a half hour of Dharma, reflection, and community connection. It is customary for us in Australia to begin any meeting by acknowledging the traditional owners of our land. I would like to start today by acknowledging the Dharawal people as the traditional owners of the land on which Nan Tien Institute resides. I also acknowledge the traditional custodians of the various lands on which you all are, and I pay my respects to the elders past, present, and emerging. The check-in sessions have been developed by our Communities of Practice volunteer team and community. In 2018-19, we ran a number of community days, which some of you may have attended. And the purpose of those days was outlined above, guided by humanistic Buddhism to develop and cultivate our practice and friendships. Despite the challenges of 2020, the practice is always continuing, and the purpose of today is exactly that. I'd now like to introduce Venerable Dr. Juewei, who is the founder of the Communities of Practice and Humanistic Buddhism Center at NTI, to guide this session. Thank you.
Thank you, Priscilla. Auspicious greetings to everyone. We are now together in a very sacred connection, an opportunity to get to learn more about ourselves and the world through the lens of our own mind. Over the past 4 weeks, we practiced many mindful pauses to ground ourselves, care for ourselves, and review our present circumstances. The act of reflection gives us permission to recall something that happened in the past week without having to fix things immediately, but instead to take the time to understand. Community reflection gives the advantage for developing our ability to listen with kindness and curiosity, so that we can learn more about ourselves and others. From this position of calmness, we have the opportunity to recalibrate ourselves so that we can balance any inevitable tensions and build positive affinities with all, using values such as kindness. So let's start our mini pause practice now by relaxing our body from head to toe. Let's sit upright. Gently close our eyes. Let's bring our attention to our forehead. Relax our forehead, our eyes, facial muscles, and our lips. Relax. Relax our neck muscles, shoulders, upper arms, lower arms, hands and fingers. Relax. Relax our back muscles. Relax our spine, one vertebra at a time. Relax our thigh muscles, calf muscles, feet and toes. Allow our body to simply relax. And now, let us tune ourselves to develop the habit of focusing on our amazing breath for just 1 minute by watching it without any control or judgments. When you're ready, you may gently bring your attention to your ears. Listen to everything that's going on around you. And then bring your attention to your eyes and gently open your eyes to come back to the moment. For 10 weeks, we will explore the checkout verse that we will be reciting at the end of each session. Last week, we started with kindness because, according to Venerable Master Hsing Yun, no other human virtues exceed the importance of kindness and compassion. For the purpose of our discussion here, I'd like to borrow the definition of the Master that kindness is to give care to others, while compassion is to remove suffering from others. So today, let's look at the concept of suffering. I believe that we all are here because we want to reduce suffering in our lives. And owing to our intrinsic interconnectedness, we learn that I cannot reduce my suffering without reducing the suffering of others as well. Extending a helping hand, saying the right words at the right time, or perhaps just being present. These are some of the myriad ways we can offer to reduce the pain others may be feeling. Sometimes we have to improve ourselves or change the way we work in order to know how to help. And for bodhisattvas who wish to change the world, we may first have to begin by transforming our relationships with the world. Unfortunately, it is not easy for us to see in what ways we may have caused difficulties to others. Over the past week, have you created some inconvenience to someone else? If so, what is it? What can you do to reduce that position of discomfort that you may have sensed in another person? That would be your compassionate action towards either yourself or others? If no such situation comes to you, what about ways in which you have experienced difficulties yourself? What compassionate action would you like to receive from others? What can you do for yourself to alleviate the situation? For example, with some self-compassion. So what came to you? Compassion to understand each other, yes. Compassion needs to be considered and applied at the systemic level, definitely. Talking being less important than listening, yes. Selfless giving driven by wisdom and kindness, how lovely. To notice, to be aware. Just being truly present for someone, yes, being present is such an act of compassion. We always have room to be compassionate to others, definitely. Yes, picking up rubbish is a very compassionate act. Being present with the elders in our lives, indeed. Listening with no agenda, giving confidence and hope to ourselves and others. Listen, not to fix. Friends, it's now time to dedicate the merits of the day. Let us now dedicate the goodness of what you have done to all living beings. May kindness, compassion, joy, and equanimity pervade all worlds. May we cherish and build affinities to benefit all beings. May Chan, Pure Land, and precepts inspire equality and patience. May our gratitude and humility give rise to great vows. I hope that over the weeks, this particular checkout verse will make greater meaning to us as we dedicate the merits of our session to all beings. Next week, we will cover the concept of joy.